Cleveland Clinic, Florida provides individualized treatment plans for excellent outcomes of health problems ranging from the most common to the most complex, even in cases considered untreatable by others. Cleveland Clinic, Florida. Every life deserves world-class care.
I'm appalled at what you said on that pod thing. It's disgusting.
This is the After the Show podcast. It's where we get honest and real with yo ass. So sit back, relax, have a blast, cause it's time for the After the Show podcast.
Yeah, hello, welcome to the KVJ After the Show podcast here for Monday. Yeah. Sorry again, I'm going a little bit late here today. They kicked me out of my office, so I had to go regroup.
Those bastards.
Yes. After 5 years, doesn't mean anything bad. Not getting fired. Don't freak out.
Wait, what?
What?
They just moved your office.
Yes. I gave us another one.
There's been a few things that has changed in the last 24 or 48 hours. Virginia's camera's different. We started real late on the podcast. We took Thursday and Friday off. People think we are getting fired.
No, it's just crazy.
I moved my camera because it was capturing my bad side. I have a saggier face on one side, so
How do you know that?
Because I looked in the mirror and I was like, I had a hard look at myself, and yeah, I've got like a jowl over here, and it's not on the other side. You know, your face doesn't completely match up most times from the right side to the left side. Like your nasal labial folds aren't ever going to be the same. One's always bigger than the other. Like I'm looking at yours right now.
Labial folds. I thought that was somewhere else.
No, you have them too. They're right
I've got
here.
a labia on my face? Oh, my God.
You got a giant vagina on your face.
Oh, I'm never leaving the house.
Oh, yeah. Huh. Did not know that. Okay.
Yeah, everyone's got a better side than the other.
Exactly.
Okay.
My right side's better than my left.
So
Oh,
you
gosh.
just moved the camera to get to your better side.
I deliberately make sure my good side's facing Virginia because I don't want to hear that shit throughout the show. Ah, why do you have so many fucking weird things there?
That's your good side?
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's my point.
It's going downhill quick.
No, I hear you.
A compliment for Virginia. Somebody said, I just want to say I saw Virginia at the Stonewall Ball Saturday night, and she looked beautiful. It was my first time seeing her in person. She looks like she's in her early 30s.
Wow.
So
How
how
about that?
much moonshine did that person drink?
Yeah. Doesn't say.
Early 30s. We're kissing the ass a little too hard here.
I'll take early 30s. That's awesome.
Mm-hmm. Okay. There you go. That's quite a compliment there.
I think you both look great and
Well,
beautiful.
I'm not the oldest on the show. That's all that matters.
Yeah, Virginia gets to ride that joke for a month.
I get the comment, why do you look so much older than Kevin and Virginia? Aren't you younger? Yeah, motherfucker, I am younger. I got a gray beard. I don't know what to tell you. Fuck off.
That's all you can tell you, huh?
That's all I can tell you. I don't know what people want. You're getting older. Well, that's what happens.
So is life.
Yes.
Guys look better with age, and it's really kind of messed up. Panda and I were talking about this in the car because I was telling him, like, you know, when I went and got my last round of Botox, and he's like, do guys need to get Botox? I'm like, no. Actually, I think sometimes, especially if guys overdo the Botox, it looks weird.
It does.
You can do a little bit in your forehead, sure, that's fine. But when guys start messing with their eyes too much, I think it looks weird.
Yeah, I'm just going to take the wrinkles, baby. It's just part of the game.
And guys look better with a little wrinkle to them. It is so not fair.
I did an event over at Petco, and this woman and her daughter comes up. Hey, Jason, haven't seen. Oh, Jason, you have gotten so old looking. I'm like, Thanks.
Thanks.
I was like, what do you fucking say to that? Oh, yeah, you're right.
Oh, if I would have heard that, I'd have pissed my pants laughing.
Oh, yeah, that's all you can do.
I'd been like,
Wow. It's fun stuff.
So
You should
fun.
Get out there, yeah. That's good, isn't it?
can't imagine why you like to stay home.
Yeah.
I actually don't love stay. Depends. I like going out with people I like. How about that?
Mm-hmm. Well, I got to say, the other Jay Pennington, happy you brought your dog Chewy to work today.
I don't give a fuck
Breaking
about the
the
other
rules?
Fuck that other Jay Pennington. His lippy ass.
Okay. He's trying to kiss your ass by telling you he likes your dog being here.
Well,
There's
Not
so
gonna
much
work with you.
hair.
there's so much hair.
That dog, it's so funny. When you pet him in the sunlight, you can just see like, like all this hair comes off of it.
He was happy. Thank you guys for being cool with bringing in Chewy. He
course.
wasn't. He was being all weird.
You don't want him to be at home by himself,
Not when he's feeling off.
freaking out. Yeah, I get it. Look, I just saw Secret Life of Pets yesterday, so I'm very soft to it right now.
Oh, you are? Okay.
I did.
I've
Pet
read.
sensibilities.
I read such a depressing article, and it just stayed with me all weekend long. It's all I could think about. How when you leave your animal, they're so sad, they get depressed. The longer it goes on, the sadder they are. I was like, fuck.
That's tough, huh?
It did. It stayed in my head.
Jeez. A lot of emails here about Rocco. Lisa in Jacksonville said, hey, just following up on Virginia's saga of her foul-mouthed Rocco. Want to share a couple stories of my own. When my son was about the same age, I was taking him to preschool in Wellington. We got stopped at a red light, and in front of us was a dump truck. My son said, go, Mommy. I pointed out that there was a large truck in front of us. He responded with, move that fucking truck. I said, what? He replied, well, that's what Daddy would say.
It's so true, man. They are listening, and
Is he doing better?
he is doing better. The fear of restriction has worked.
Okay.
Good.
So, yeah, he did not like being a man without his electronics and without his sweets and treats.
Okay.
Yeah, we want him to. We don't want him to be in trouble.
No.
Well, that's good news. Okay. So he's behaving a little bit better now? No,
Yeah.
not dropping the F-bomb?
He has not dropped an F-bomb,
Okay.
which is amazing.
Unlike certain people on this podcast.
Yeah, well, all of us in the house now have tried to, like,
You're probably going to have to.
curtail
back,
our
yeah.
language. Yeah, because you're right. I mean, so many people wrote in and they were like, you're a bad mom. You curse. And they're right. It's my fault. It's a hard pill to swallow because Mags grew up with, my same mouth, and she's fine. She never had a problem, ever. She never cursed.
I don't think you're a bad mom. I think people make mistakes. You're not a bad mom.
I get it, though. I get that our language is what he picks up on, and he's just not his sister.
See, a bad mom wouldn't understand that and wouldn't make the adjustment. A good mom does. That's what you're doing.
Yeah.
Fuck yeah. Bird knows about some shit with kids.
Got another story here. She had said, my sister and her husband took the kids to the March of the Penguins movie. Took in some snacks, some juice boxes, etc. As the movie started, my niece, about 3 years old, started moving her straw up and down, creating a loud My sister hissed her, stop it. She did, only continue about 30 seconds later. So my sister warned her again. She stopped, then naturally started again. So my sister grabbed the juice box away from her, and my niece looked my sister right in the eye and said, bitch.
Oh, it's on.
Needless to say, my sister lost her shit. She then grabbed her by her chubby little arm and dragged her to the ladies' room where she spanked her. And my niece laughed at her. My niece is now 17 and still makes her crazy.
Oh, no.
Funny story. Bitch.
Bitch. Wow.
It's not good.
Did you ever swear at your mom ever, Kev?
No.
Not once?
No.
No, I never would have swore at my mother.
Did you ever yell at your mom in a fight?
Yeah, no, when I got into my teen years, yeah, we got contentious. And, Mom was kind of throwing me around a little bit.
What was it? What would you guys fight about?
It was mainly just like she wouldn't allow me to go out. I remember one time we got into a knockdown drag-out because I was really jamming out to Motley Crue's Dr. Feelgood video, and she came up and turned off the TV. I'm like, hey, I was watching that. And she's like, I'm like going, please, can I just watch the video? And then
How old were you?
I was like 16 that time.
Yeah, I mean, you're
Oh,
a mini
the
adult.
mullet was full.
Yeah.
Angsty.
That's when I had my issues. Yeah, I was 15, 16, and then I started to mellow a little bit by 17. I was pretty cool by 17, 18. I was fine. But
you
yeah,
figured
15,
out
16.
Just sneak out and do shit. Would you sneak out a lot?
Oh, yeah. All the time. Yeah, I was always out. Yeah, my buddy and I, we always had that thing where it'd be like, I'd say I was staying at his house. He'd say he's staying at mine. And we just freaking run South Florida or Southeastern Ohio. So I forgot where I was. Yeah.
I forgot where I grew up.
Yeah, I forgot where I grew up.
You run South Florida now, my man.
Yeah. So, yeah, we do that back in the day. So that was it. But, yeah, my mom's, she's still, I mean, she's in town, and so I'm still like dodging. In fact, we were at the O the other day, and we were having a little bit of a brunch, and they're so nice, so hospitable. They do things right, and
It's beautiful.
yeah, and they got wind it was my birthday, and so Walker, one of the guys who works at the outside bar there, he brought me a Corona like on a plate, and it said "Happy Birthday."
Aww.
And my mom was sitting there, and my mom's like real tense on me, like just drinking ever anything. She thinks I'm like completely like don't imbibe whatsoever. So I felt bad. So I kind of drank it. I was kind of, just like, oh, crap. I hope Mom doesn't come over the table at me.
This Corona's free, but it's got a price tag.
I didn't know what was going to happen. I was going to be like, look, I can't be rude. Give me this beer. It's just, the one beer. And so, so it's still that way. And here I am, 46. So, yeah, so my mom, she knuckles down.
You respect your mom, though. That's why you fear her.
I do. Now I'm to the point where, but when I was that age, it was annoying because it's like, give me a little bit of rope. And so that's why I am the way I am with my kids, where I'm like, you know what? I'm going to do it the other way around. My mom had the rope on me.
Short leash.
And I was a good ass kid. I had like straight A's and everything was good and I was fine and I couldn't do anything. And I'm like, the heck, man? So what if I was actually a bad kid? I'm like going, oh, what if I was a bad kid?
Maybe I should try it.
Grow a mullet.
And then I went running in that direction. And then 2 years of complete contention and fighting and all that
Mullet.
kind
Jay Bird's
Yeah.
right. I mean, a lot had to do with the mullet.
But that was what me and my mom would fight when I got to be 15, 16. You want to go out, you want to be with girls, you want to be with everyone was
Yeah.
allowed to go out to the movies.
Right.
And I wasn't even allowed to do stuff like that. At 15, and it was going to the movies.
You couldn't go to the movies?
I mean, it depended on what the emperor said that day. Yes,
Yeah.
you may go today because I feel, or then the next day, the next time, and it would never be a real rhyme or reason. It was just because I'm your mother and I said so, and that would cause a lot of drama.
Yeah.
And I see other parents, I won't say any names, but I know other people that still parent like that. And to me, that seems like a very 70s, 80s way of parenting. Like, if you're going to say you can't go to the movies, like, don't you have to have a good reason? It can't just be because I said so.
There was a lot of that, and then
Because that's what builds the
well,
animosity.
definitely, especially when you're turning 16 years old. Because I was the first Pennington kid to really get their freedom. My dad was a big part of making that happen. My brother, we used to call it bolting. My mother would come in that, your brother bolted again. He bolted because he couldn't take it. He was like what you're saying.
Yeah.
He was 17 years old, wanted to spend the night at his buddy's house, and my mom's like, no, you're not doing that. He's like, I'm fucking 17 years old, and he would just leave.
Yeah.
Oh, wow.
And that would cause issues.
Yeah.
So it's the
That's it.
same kind of stuff.
Yeah, you have to have, if you're going to say no to your kids, you have to be able to have a reason. You can't just say no because I'm your mother. Like, I just think that makes your kids mad.
Well, she would get worried if she was having anxiety about the situation, and she had terrible anxiety issues. If it was cloudy out, that might be a reason why you may not be able to go out. And it's always depending on whatever her issue was.
It's tough, but that's just it as a parent, trying to remove emotion, trying to get a little bit of logic in there and letting your kids know. And then, so our approach worked. I wouldn't say it worked with every kid. I think every kid is different. Luckily it worked with our two older kids. We got one that's, now just 11. So we'll see how he does. But the older twins, it worked in their high school years to say, hey, you know what? We're going to give you the freedom first. And if you're a knucklehead, then, we'll tighten that leash.
Cannon wants to go see a concert with his buddy. Is he old enough to go on it? You drop him off, you pick him up. Can he do that? Is he old enough?
If it's ultra, probably not.
Not ultra. If it's
Kids love ecstasy. You got to be
Yes.
careful.
Yeah.
like Mags went to the Grande concert. She's 14, right?
Yep, 14.
Is he old enough to do that?
Would probably, I would think what I'd be most comfortable with is until probably 13, having somebody walking him in, just kind of being inside the arena, just to kind of check and see. And it's mainly for, and I would let him know. I would explain to him. Like, he's still at an age where I could manhandle him. If I wanted to grab him away and whisk him off someplace, and after reading that story, especially about how they are, that's the largest increase in sex trafficking is young boys, then I'd be like, look, until you're 13, I just want somebody in there. It's not that I don't trust you or whatever. I don't trust other people.
Right.
And so I'm not there to make you have less fun. You can have fun and get wild and crazy and do whatever you want to do within the bounds. whatever, you're not going to hear from me. But I just want to keep an eye to make sure that, you're safe.
No, I just saw a little boy walking down the street a couple days ago, and he couldn't have been older than 7 years old, and I could have taken him with my right hand and just picked him with 2 fingers and picked him up. He was so small. I mean, anybody could have manhandled that kid.
That's scary to me.
Walking by himself is insane to me.
Yeah, it's tough. So you never know. But, when I look at parents and kids, too, you never know what the situation is. I think you're like going, how would they dare let their kid walk? But you don't know what that parent's situation is. They might be in a situation where, like, yeah, I don't love it. Oh, I got no other option.
It's not that I'm even. I mean, you're right. It could be a situation. I still, regardless of the situation, that little and that young, that kid's got a real good chance of anybody picking that kid up.
It just makes you feel weird when you see it. You're like, oh my gosh.
It stands out to you.
Yes.
Mm-hmm. There you go. Somebody saying that you need to be tougher on Rocco. I grew up with the fear of God, and thank God my parents did that. You don't want Rocco growing up a thug. But in this direction, it's heading that way. Sorry to be so harsh, but I've seen a few Roccos in my family. They grew up and they acted just like that interview I just heard, and all 3 of them have all landed themselves in prison. It's from Lilia.
I hear you, Lilia. Let's relax a little bit. I think the penitentiary is still a ways away.
He's 3. So we just have to pump the brakes and just know that, yes, I definitely see where I have gone wrong.
But anytime you put something out in public, you're going to hear comments.
And that's fine, because the comments are good. I needed to hear the comments. I needed to hear it was my fault, because then I can fix what's going on. He's totally a hard kid to parent. I think he's smart, too smart. And he might grow up to be smarter than all of us.
Yeah, you might have that. You never know where smart kids might come from. And you just have to.
He clearly gets it from Panda. Smart. Yeah. I'm kidding. I think you're so intelligent.
It's a battle of dumb in here. So.
Somebody wanted to know what you did about Mags's spending problem, Virginia.
So she had a very firm talking to, and I think a lot of it was she was with her little friends, and she was trying to impress them. Mm-hmm. And,
sure.
She knows that she's got to have a budget. So now I set a budget for her. Each time that she goes to the mall or goes to do something with her friends, she's got a little budget. It's food, it's snacks, and it's whatever shopping she wants to do, and she has to stay within that budget. Mm-hmm. That was my fault, too, for just saying, hey, here's the credit card.
Yeah.
That was always the best when my dad would give us money. If I had a good baseball game or something, he'd give you like a $5 or $10 bill. A single was $5, a double, so on, so on. And if you have a good game, you'd have all that money as a kid. That was so awesome. Did your parents give you like a little allowance where you felt like you're earning something?
No.
God, that sucks.
Yeah.
They're so cold in Ohio.
It's tough. It's tough.
I never got an allowance,
No.
and I had chores. Like I was in charge of doing all the dishes for the whole family. I was dishes girl. And then when I got a little older, I had to do all my own laundry. We never got an allowance. My parents would have been like, you want a what?
I wouldn't say allowance, but if like I was saying, baseball, you'd get rewarded if you did well. If I didn't do well, though, no McDonald's for you.
No.
That was always a depressing day.
Yeah. No. No slushies even for the hitters in my family.
Yeah, you guys Ralstons are cold.
Yeah. Got nothing, man. No frills. And you liked it.
My dad would take me to get ice cream if I got a good report card.
Okay.
Stuff like that. I would get ice cream. I started like wheeling and dealing and doing my own little entrepreneurial projects. I would sell candy at school. I would sell stickers at school to make money. And then I would just go buy my own like snowballs. That's big in New Orleans, snowballs.
Okay.
Oh, is that the coconut marshmallow ball? Or is it the actual snow icy thing?
It's like a snow cone, but it's like super shaved ice. It's
I
not
love
chunky.
those.
It's like shaved.
Yeah,
and it's like
they're better.
It's so good.
You had it for Rocco's first birthday party. I had a fucking a snow cone machine.
We
a
did.
vehicle out there.
We had a snow cone truck.
To Cuesta, man.
That's what they do.
You don't see that shit in the WPB.
That's what they do, man. That's what they do. This one says, Virginia led me astray.
Uh-oh.
I emailed the show earlier this week asking V for Brightline hacks and was beyond excited when she immediately emailed me back. points for the quick response, but too bad the info was completely wrong.
What?
She said the hack to the Brightline was to order select tickets on the way down to Miami, and then you can hang out in the VIP lounge on the way back. Well, no, you definitely cannot.
I've done it.
Tell her to get her info right if she's going to be telling everyone, damn, I love you, V, but not today.
Damn.
I've done it.
Yeah, but you are Vicious V.
I don't know if maybe y'all did it wrong, but the QR codes, now maybe they've gone back in the system and changed it.
They probably did.
After they heard you talking about it?
They probably
Yeah.
upgraded. But when I did it, you could go down and your QR code was good for the VIP all day.
How long ago was that? Okay, they changed it.
Month?
All right.
2 months?
I don't know.
I don't know. Maybe they caught on and changed it, but
Could be. That's right. Will from Fort Pierce sent an email about old people and farting. Said that, you're talking about old people farting in public and not caring. Do they not know what's going on? Well, I live with my 73-year-old grandmother, and she is constantly farting at home and in public. They're definitely very audible, but she never seems to notice. She'll be walking in a store or Publix and just let them rip. Even at family functions, she'll walk by a table of people and just crop dust them without a wink. It's to the point that our family's long-running joke, and nobody has the heart to tell her that she's doing it. At home, it's most frequent when she stands up, so we call them her rocket boosters. My mom made the comment to us one day that even if she can't hear them, she's got to feel those things slipping out, right? That's what I thought, too. And 73 is not that old. I think my parents are 72. Now, my mom just had her birthday, so, I mean, that's a year behind. And I don't think my mom is to the stage where she's just farting without a care in the world.
Yeah, and farting and not knowing it. Yeah, I'm sorry. You know you're farting.
let's ask her. Do you always know every time you fart? Do you hear it? Do you feel it?
I'll try to remember to ask her. I'll see her today. I'll find out. I don't
That's
know.
right. They're still in town.
I
Yeah.
feel like that's too young to lose feeling and hearing.
85 and older.
Maybe, yeah.
85 and older, I feel like you could fart and not know.
It's at least 85, yeah.
At least 85. 90s, I think you're just letting it fly, right?
I guarantee you, my grandmother's 95. If she farts, she knows about it.
And
She's on her game.
but does she fart and just fart because she doesn't care? Because she's like, I'm 95. I've already done my time here on this planet. I'm letting it rip.
I don't think I've ever heard her fart.
Wow, you've never heard your grandma fart?
No.
Really? That's insane.
Yeah, I don't know if I ever heard my grandma fart.
She's a
What?
lady. She is a lady. I don't think.
And my mom, I don't know if I've really heard
You
her
never heard
fart.
your mom fart?
No. Not that I can really think of. I mean, maybe, but it doesn't stick out on my mind. I mean, if it does, I mean, it's not a habit.
Did you hear your mom fart?
Yes.
A lot?
We were Mexican.
Okay.
She loved to cook Mexican.
All right, so
So there you go.
but would you guys laugh at it?
I was like, oh my God.
Maybe.
That's so gross, Mom.
Maybe my family was just too close. I don't know.
Yeah, I don't know. I think everybody's got their own little take on farts. Some people are very protected about and ashamed of them.
Oh, I tell you about the one girl I was dating that one time. We were at Wild 95.5. We were doing some kind of fart bit, and she texted me. She's like, "This is the worst bit ever. Oh my gosh, farts are not funny. I can't believe you." I'm like, this isn't gonna work out.
Bye, girl.
First of all, don't text me during the show about what bits are not working.
For you.
Yeah, for you, by the way. I don't need a fucking program director that I'm dating.
Critiques.
Yeah.
Not welcome.
Oh,
Yeah.
yeah. Those are always fun dates. So this is what you guys should do during the show instead of what you're doing. Check, please.
Bye.
Bye. Let me see here. Got a couple other interesting stories. One, is this going to be good or bad? McDonald's is testing voice-activated order taking in its drive-thru and kitchen robots. They're checking voice recognition software at a restaurant in Illinois, which I think kind of where they got going. I know they're originally a California chain, but I think their franchising started in Illinois, though. A robot will also toss the chicken, fish, and fries into vats of oil. They say they're trying to make their operations more efficient, and McDonald's really kind of set the stage for fast food and efficiency. If you've ever seen that, that's a really cool documentary that they have on McDonald's getting going. The name of it escapes me, but they kind of went through about how they designed their kitchens for efficiency so people wouldn't bump into each other, and it was just, the maximum flow and all that kind of stuff. I think you'd be super fast, and they were timing themselves. And
I didn't see the documentary, but I saw the movie with Michael Keaton.
That's the one, yeah, I'm talking about.
Okay,
yeah.
It is really good because
is good,
Michael
yeah.
Keaton really takes the idea from the McDonald's guys.
Yeah, he did. He kind of screwed over were they the McDonald brothers? Yeah.
Yeah, but you could argue
screwed
too.
him
He got it popular though.
Well, they were just one restaurant in California, like San Bernardino, something like that. They started it. He liked it, ran it, did the franchising of it, then took the name and then sued them for their own name and had them shut down. They had to change their own damn name as their last name.
Wow.
Yeah.
It's a major dicky move, but I guess in the life of business, so be it, right?
Yeah.
That is a dicky move though.
But Dickie won.
Yeah, I'm not saying you're not going to win if you're a dick, but it's still dicky.
Yeah. That's kind of what happened. Those
Ray
guys
Kroc.
ran him out.
Yeah,
Ray
you would
Kroc,
like
yeah.
that movie.
He ran him
Yeah.
out of business.
Don't you like Michael Keaton?
I do like Michael Keaton.
He's a great actor.
What's the name of that movie?
The McDonald's brothers? I have no idea. I'll find it for you.
Okay. It
Yeah.
sounds good.
Yeah, it's kind of like, I think it's on Netflix.
I have Netflix.
Yeah, I believe that's where I saw it. Yeah, so you can see it's called The Founder,
The Founder.
Yeah.
Okay.
if you want to check it out. Yeah, so it's on there. Yeah, it's pretty decent. Eye-opening. Let me see. Got an email here that said, hey, I need your connections. A little over 3 years ago, you guys wrote me a letter in boot camp. Well, I now have 10 months left in the Marine Corps, and I was wondering if you and your D-list celebrity power could help me out. Do any of you know anyone in law enforcement who would want a Marine on their team? Thank you in advance just for reading this. I love you guys, and I'll be visiting back home next week, so I'll see you at your event. All right, nice.
All right,
That's
love
from
it.
Gunther Jimenez.
Gunther, we will see your ass there.
Yeah, if anybody can help out, Marine, hoorah.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I mean, I think Marines have no problem getting jobs as cops, right? I mean,
I don't know, I'd hope not.
it seems like they would go hand in
They're
hand.
a crust above,
They're men
upper crust. Yeah, and women, too.
and women, but they're like balls.
In fact, my aunt, who is here visiting along with my parents, she's retired, lieutenant colonel in the Marine Corps.
She came down too.
Yeah.
That's awesome.
Yeah, she's like 85 and doing great.
Oh wow.
Yeah. So, yeah, she's still kicking around. And in fact, you forget, that that's her age. I was telling a story the other day. We were talking about Bremen Motor Cars, and she was asking about, because my one other uncle, he also was lifetime military, and he likes, fancy cars and stuff like that. So he's intrigued. And I was telling him about Bentleys, and there's a story that they always tell me when I go in there about this Russian billionaire oil tycoon that comes in there. He loves blondes. So he brings in these, twins, blonde twins, always, all the time. The different set all the time. He always buys them a Bentley, $500,000 a pop.
Wow.
So he drops over $1 million each time on cars, and sometimes he comes in 3-4 times a year. Drops $4+ million on Bentleys every single year. Wow. And I'm like, and my dad's like, hey, I mean, if you got the money, and he's an older guy. I'm like, going, yeah. I'm like, he's like mid-80s. I mean, so he's clearly on borrowed time.
Is he banging anybody with all this money?
I don't know if he bangs them, but he buys them cars. I don't know. Do you get at least anything for a Bentley?
Hangy?
He definitely pops a Viagra and does his best.
So you think he's at least getting a hand job, in your opinion?
At least.
Admin.
He probably lays there and the girls do all the work.
Okay, well, you think there's something going on there?
Absolutely.
Okay. Yeah, I don't.
You don't buy a Bentley for company.
Right.
I'm with Virginia on this.
Conversation ain't getting you a Bentley.
Yeah.
So it's a fascinating story. And then, I made that comment. I'm like going, yeah, because my dad kind of set it up. I'm like going, yeah, I mean, what does he care? He's got all the money in the world. I mean, TikTok. I'm like, he's on borrowed time. My aunt's like going, hey, we're all mid-80s. I'm like, oh, but you guys are doing great.
But you guys are the young mid-80s.
Uh-oh.
Jeez.
Yeah, they're like, fuck you, Kevin.
Like,
Borrowed time.
I guess I forgot my crowd.
Yeah,
I'm
that
not
is.
used to chill with a bunch of people in their mid-80s, so.
You disrespectful
Oh,
whippersnapper.
yeah.
That's when your mid-80s jokes don't land.
Yeah, I didn't even think about it. I'm like, oh, yeah, he's on borrowed time. Oh, we're at
hey.
mid-80s. Well, realistically, you're all on borrowed time.
A blink could take you out.
Sorry to get real quick, but let me see. Got a nice email here from Herman Lopez. Said I lived in different states, listened to a lot of morning talk shows. KVJ show's my favorite, by far the best.
Aww.
Great chemistry, and you feed off each other so well. And I drive for a living, 7 to 8 hours a day, so I listen a day behind because I'm in and out of my car. Don't want to miss a moment, so I listen to the podcast Tuesday through Friday. Friday, I listened to both Thursday and Friday show. He said this Thursday and Friday, I noticed neither show is available. Just want to see if you guys are going to be loading those up. Yeah, I think what we'll do, we hadn't done it in the past, but I think probably in the future, if we're ever off and we do have replays, we'll go on and load that up. So I know a lot of people, it's kind of habit forming, so they kind of rely on those.
I thought we did that, and I thought there was people complaining about Denny's. I think put up some replays on social media, like the first 3 comments. Don't fall for this shit. It's replay bullshit. People all mad.
Well, I mean, we're going to put it up. You can suck a dick because we're going to put it up so that people like him can listen to old stuff and, have the routine. And if you realize, oh, this is old stuff, I want to hear it, then don't listen.
I can't believe, Kevin, you took Thursday and Friday off. You dick.
Yeah, so.
How dare you celebrate your birthday with your family?
I know.
You were with your family.
You were with a bunch of 85-year-olds, so you weren't like throwing down.
No.
Did you get that scathing email too about how I can't believe you guys you don't let your listeners know shit and you guys are terrible. I'm gonna go somewhere else and you didn't did you get that too?
No, but I'm like, I don't know what else to tell you. I'm like, sorry.
That
it's
one was
like,
just custom written for you.
I think it was.
yeah, maybe they're just trolling. I don't know. But
No, I usually can tell when someone's trolling and when someone's just a miserable person. They had hatred in their heart.
I love that you need the show that much.
Yeah,
that
that
you're
is
that
good.
upset for brand new content, but
Ricky needs a little family time. Just give Ricky 2 days.
Yeah, we're not. As much as I look like it and act like, I'm not a complete robot. Like,
You want to be with your
yeah,
family.
I actually do have a real family.
Yeah, and I really did. I had to take a couple days myself to get my place in order. I had so much shit that was just
And you
messed
did
up.
it, though.
Yeah, absolutely. The Weird Whatever studio set back up.
Nice.
Cool. That's
Yeah.
good.
Is it
Back and
all
ticking.
operational?
It's all we did one on Saturday.
Nice.
Okay. I want to say what up to Brian. He listens to us in London, England. He listens when he's in the U.S. too, Delray and beyond. I work a little radio in the U.K. Very nice.
Oh.
So very cool. So keep up the good and entertaining work. Shout out to you. Put you on the map. If you want to be on the KVJ Nation map, let us know where you're listening. Got Rose listening in Blackwood, New Jersey. Guys always made me laugh, but the past 2 weeks it's been a bit more than ever. My mom had stage 4 breast cancer, and 2 weeks ago she had to go to the hospital, and sadly she passed away last week. And I've been crying all the time since then, but the one thing that puts a smile on my face for a short time is you guys. So I want to say thanks for being there. Except for Thursday and Friday when you let me down and broke my heart.
Does it really say that? No, it doesn't. Well played, Ralston.
Thanks for that, dicks. All right. Well, there you go. Thank you for being with us. Going to be on all this week, barring death or illness. So we'll be back tomorrow. Y'all have a good one. Goodbye.
Cleveland Clinic, Florida provides individualized treatment plans for excellent outcomes of health problems, ranging from the most common to the most complex, even in cases considered untreatable by others. Cleveland Clinic, Florida. Every life deserves world-class care.